Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is just an opinion-based informational video channel that I try to enlighten my viewers and listeners about things that are taking place throughout our country and our world. I also know that we all have busy lives, working and raising kids and doing all the ancillary things that we need to do to survive. And sometimes we miss big stories that are taking place. So I try to have this video just to enlighten my viewers on what's going on if you can't get to the national news. And this one, I did a video yesterday talking about Haiti and how the ex-president got assassinated. His name was Mr. Jovenel Moise back in July 2021, and now his widow, Miss Martine Moise, has been accused as being one of the perpetrators to his assassination, which has led up to Haiti having complete chaos and a state of emergency right now as we speak. So let's talk about the chaos and disruption in Haiti. Haiti's government declared a state of emergency and nighttime curfew late on this past Sunday in a bid to regain control of the streets after an explosion of violence over the weekend saw armed gang members storm the country's two biggest prisons. The 72-hour state of emergency went into immediate effect as the government said it would set out to find the killers, kidnappers, and other violent criminals that it reported escaped from the prison. The police were ordered to use all legal means at their disposal to enforce the curfew and apprehend all offenders, said a statement from Finance Minister Patrick Boisvert, who is serving as acting Prime Minister. Prime Minister Ariel Henry traveled abroad last week to try to salvage support for bringing in a United Nations-backed security force to stabilize the country in its conflict with increasingly powerful crime groups. So you have complete civil unrest that's taking place in Haiti. The decree capped a deadly weekend that marked a new low in Haiti's downward spiral of violence. At least 9 people have been killed since Thursday. 4 of them were police officers, as gang members stepped up coordinated attacks on state institutions in Port-au-Prince. Targets included police stations, the country's international airport, and even the National Soccer Stadium. But the siege Saturday night of the National Penitentiary came as a shock even to Haitians accustomed to living under the constant threat of violence. Almost all of the estimated 4,000 inmates fled during the jailbreak, 4,000, leaving the normally overcrowded facility eerily empty Sunday with no guards in sight, and plastic sandals, clothing, and furniture strewn across the concrete patio. 3 bodies with gunshot wounds lay at the prison's entrance. In another neighborhood, the bloody corpses of 2 men with their hands tied behind their backs lay face down as residents walked past roadblocks set up with burning tires. Among the few dozen that chose to stay in the prison are 18 former Colombian soldiers accused of working as mercenaries in the July 2021 assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise. Remember, that's what I said in the early part of this video, that his wife, his widow, Miss Martine Moise, supposedly hired these Colombians and some other folks to assassinate her husband. This was in 2021. Amid the clashes Saturday night, several of the Colombians shared a video pleading for their lives. They said, please help us. One of the men, Francisco Uribe, said in a message widely shared on social media, they are massacring people indiscriminately inside the cells. Complete civil unrest. On Sunday, Uribe told journalists he walked breezingly into the normally highly guarded facility. I don't flee because I'm innocent. Colombia's foreign ministry called on Haiti to provide special protection for these men. In the absence of official information, inmates' family members rushed to the prison to check on loved ones. I don't know whether my son is alive or not, said Alexandra Jean as she roamed around the cells looking for any sign of him. I don't know what to do. The violence Saturday night appeared to be widespread, with several neighborhoods reporting gunfire. A second Port-au-Prince prison containing around 1,400 inmates also was overrun. Gang gunmen also occupied and vandalized the nation's top soccer stadium, taking one employee hostage for hours. Haiti Soccer Federation said in a statement, internet service for many residents was down as Haiti's top mobile network said a fiber optic cable connection was slashed during the rampage. In the space of less than 2 weeks, several state institutions have been attacked by the gangs, which are increasingly coordinating their actions and choosing one unthinkable target like the central bank. As part of coordinated attacks by gangs, 4 police officers were killed on Thursday. Wow. Other gangs opened fire at Haiti's international airport last week. The U.S. Embassy said it was halting all official travel to the country and on Sunday night urged all American citizens to depart as soon as possible. Get out of there. The embassy said it would also cancel until Thursday all counselor appointments. The Biden administration has steadfastly refused to commit troops to any multinational force while offering instead money and logistical support. Said it is monitoring the rapidly deteriorating security situation with grave concerns. So the Biden administration has steadfastly refused to commit troops to any multinational force while offering instead money and logistical support. So the Biden administration is not talking about sending troops over there or military forces. It says the official who spoke on condition of anonymity reiterated U.S. support for elections, inclusive governance, and the restoration of democracy. The epicenter of the latest violence Saturday night was Haiti's National Penitentiary, which was holding several gang leaders. Amid the exchange of gunfire, police appealed for assistance. They need help, a union representing police said in a message on social media, bearing an SOS emoji repeated 8 times. Let's mobilize the army and the police to prevent the bandits from breaking into the prison. The clashes following violent protests that turned deadlier in recent days as the Prime Minister went to Kenya seeking to move ahead on the proposed UN-backed security mission in Haiti to be led by the East African country. Averill Henry took over as Prime Minister following Moise's assassination and has repeatedly postponed plans to hold parliamentary and presidential elections, which haven't happened in almost a decade. Haiti's National Police has roughly 9,000 officers to provide security to more than 11 million people, according to the UN. They are routinely overwhelmed and outgunned by gangs, which are estimated to control up to 80% of Port-au-Prince. Jimmy Scherzer, a former elite police officer known as Barbecue, who now runs a gang federation, has claimed responsibility for the surge in attacks. He said the goal was to capture Haiti's police chief and government ministers and prevent Henry's return. The prime minister, a neurosurgeon, has shrugged off calls for his resignation and did not comment when asked if he felt it was safe to come home. So you have a scenario that's taking place right as we speak, where we have complete civil unrest and chaos, where now the criminals have taken over Haiti. Haiti is a small country that has always been somewhat destitute financially and has always needed UN support. And now with America catching a lens and watching what's taking place, we have helped fund the Russia-Ukraine war, the Gaza Strip saga that's taking place, and this migrant issue at our borders. And now with this expungement of all of these prisoners that have escaped from prisons, is there going to be an issue here now where Haitian refugees are going to start coming across our border who are well known, and dangerous criminals? So this border, not only does America have to pay attention to what's going on in Haiti, they also need to pay attention on these escapees crossing into our borders. We have not done a great job vetting these illegal migrants, and they're causing a great influx in some of our major cities like Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Texas, California, Arizona, the states in and of itself. So this can be another underbelly fire that is going to flow over into the United States if this does not get looked at. And this is going to bring another strain to our U.S. administration, to where there's going to be more focus on what's going on outside of our country than within our country, because many of these individuals will not only try to go to other bordering countries near Haiti, but they will try to influx themselves into the United States. And we're not going to be getting some of their most found and proud citizens. And we already see that that's taking place with some of these Venezuela, Mexican migrants. There's no vetting process, and we don't know what we're getting with these individuals that are entering our country. And this could have a possibility, a great and grave possibility, to increase crime, increase gang violence, increase gun violence, increase all types of trafficking, that will, here again, put a hinge on our moral and ethical framework in America. We already are being inundated with an opioid crisis, mental health issues, homelessness, inept inner city public schools, a large number of shoplifting, looting, and gun violence. And this is going to exacerbate and help perpetuate the influx of more criminal activity in America. It also shows us that as you are seeing civil unrest take place in Haiti, which has always had a strain between its politicians and its common criminals, who is actually running Haiti, and some of these other third world countries. Is it the positive politicians, or is it the negative criminals who have access to money, influence, and are trying to control government and the policies that govern their cities? So seeing this unrest, I think that with the migrant issue, with mental health issues, with the opioid crisis, with poor public school systems, with gun violence, with shoplifting and looting and liberal laws, America needs to pay attention and make sure that this is not an example or a measuring stick for us to have civil unrest here in America. And for us to have the ego and think that we could not have another civil war or civil unrest and criminals trying to take over our streets and our cities through the defunding of our police and our public safety issues, then we are egregiously looking at something that we don't think could take place, but in actuality, it could be a brewing underbelly that can take place. So if you see civil unrest in places like Haiti, Cuba, Venezuela, just because we're big bad America does not mean that people can get fed up in this country. Uh, and if we're not properly supporting our police force and our public safety system, there it will be an uproar of civil unrest. We're already seeing inklings of it with shoplifting and looting in the state of California. In New York, our liberal laws where we're letting people out under their own recognizances for minor crimes, expecting them to come back to court 30 days later when you know a criminal is not going to show up to court to see if he's going to be convicted or jailed. So there are things that are running rapid in America and is devaluing our societal norms and our safety. And you're seeing an uproar in Haiti that's taking place right now as we speak. And I believe that a lot of this has been precipitated by the president Jovenel Moise being assassinated back in July 2021. That's why I did the video on what happened to him yesterday, and I'm doing a follow-up today on all of the chaos and disruption and violence that's taking place in Haiti as we speak. And America has its tentacles in several different places throughout the world to try to help and or control that narrative. And now this is one other place that we're going to have to pay attention to. And I'm reiterating all of these criminals that have escaped the prisons in Haiti. Are they going to start coming to America and causing even more problems? We also know that with the history of Miami and the state of Florida, there are tons of Haitian migrants, Jamaican migrants. Not saying that we shouldn't open our borders up to positive, good people, but there should be an appropriate vetting to make sure we're not bringing the worst of the worst from around the world to enter America and to put a wound or to put a stranglehold on our freedoms. America always markets this as a land of the free, and we want it to stay that way. We want people in America to be able to go out of their houses, go to work, go to the grocery store, go to the gas station, go to the mall, do the things that they want to do, and be able to come home safely. So we have to pay very close attention and with a very fine lens on what's taking place in Haiti. We also need to pray for the civilians and the positive people that are living there, because it has to be very, very tough right now with all of the distractions, the gunfire, the killings, the upheaval that has just taken place on their government, and everybody's lives are at stake in that unsafe environment. So it's going to be interesting to see what America does with this Haiti situation. Will they give just as much energy to the unrest in Haiti as we have done with Russia and Ukraine and in the Gaza Strip? Some of our conspiracy theorists may believe that we may ignore Haiti based on its size and being a country that's majority of people of color, where there be a racial dynamic on us ignoring and allowing those individuals to purge that country until its ultimate demise. And I hope not. God sees us all as one people, no matter how dark or light you are, and the safety of all people in the world, let alone in the United States, should be of utmost importance. So please follow this situation that's taking place in Haiti. As I said, Haiti declares a curfew as it tries to restore order after a weekend of jailbreaks and an explosion of violence. Let's pray for those people, and hopefully their government and their police force and public safety can get Haiti back to a safe haven and restore order and get back to the business of living your life in a positive, uh, contributing way. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in a positive, righteous, and God fearing way. Please give me your thoughts on this commentary.